Major themes from 2025 that we're going to see again in 2026. What can we all expect?
Well, at IBD, we really like to focus on earnings, what is the outlook for large cap companies, as well as what does the picture look like in terms of interest rates, very, very important factor for equity returns. We'll also talk a little bit about potential rotation in the leadership of the stock market and also maybe cover some points about wild cards that could affect the stock market, including policy moves by the federal government and overseas.
So, a lot to consider. So, more about the earnings outlook. How does that shape up for the S&P 500?
We really focus on what the research from FactSet does. And according to John Butters, he's a senior earnings analyst at FactSet, made some interesting points recently in a December 12th note. One, that in Q4 of this calendar year, S&P 500 earnings are expected to rise 8.1%. That's a healthy number, 8.1% growth year over year. It would also mark the 10th straight quarter of profit increases. So that's a tailwind for equities in 2026. Now, Butters also notes, Meredith, that the valuation of the U.S. stock market is on the high side. If you look at the forward 12-month PE ratio, price versus earnings, it's currently around 22.5 times forward future earnings. That's above the 5-year average of 20 times earnings. It's also significantly above the 10-year average for forward PE of 18.7. So that is something that we should just keep in mind as we head into the new year. Also, another interesting point he made was that when you look at the estimates for what he calls bottoms up analysts predicting what the S&P 500 might do over the next 12 months, they have an aggregate target for the S&P at 7,968.